Hello and welcome to another episode from Modellbilar.com. Today we're going to jump quite some years back in time. We're going to show you a very popular system made in West Germany. And as you hear me say West Germany, you can imagine it's not a new system. This goes back to 1967 and continues until 1982. Of course, I'm talking about Märklin Sprint, the known manufacturer for model railroads, and they had decided to go back to the slot car business. They had been there before, as early as 1920, but they were not the first with experimenting with tracks and slots. The American train or model train company Lionel was first, 1912, with a kind of slot racing kit. In the 1930s, Märklin introduced Märklin Autobahn, and it was very nice but very expensive, and it disappeared in the catalog of 1938. They had experienced a lot of competition from, for example, Hornby Hobbies in England, which later on owned Scalextric. But in the 1930s it was mostly about models in dinky-sized scale which took over. In the 1960s, the slot car business had grown into a real big business. We had Scalextric in England, which they produced there, and in France and in Spain there was this German big company called Carrera, which was huge already then at that time, and they were coming with new inventions all the time. Another big brand was Fleischmann, which was the main competitor to Märklin on the model railway side, and was for many years. Märklin was known to be one of the oldest manufacturers of technical toys that had started already 1859, and they were also known for making robust toys with high quality. There was no exception with the new brand Märklin Sprint. The cars are still working today, and even though they were produced in the 1960s, 70s and 80s, they are still working mostly. That is quality. We will now look at some of their products. Each car has a number which is written on the chassis under the car. This car is a Ferrari Super Squalo 1956, one of the most common cars from Märklin Sprint. Many starting sets had this car competing towards the silver-colored Mercedes Monoposto. The Mercedes had the article number 1300 and the Ferrari had the number 1301. As a German manufacturer, the focus, of course, was on German cars. So there was a lot of Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, but also Lola, Jaguar, Ford, Ferrari and Chaparral. Some of the cars we're showing here are slightly modified, but still gives you a good picture of how they look. Thank you for watching. Be back soon. Bye bye.